How's it going, everybody? It's Dean here from iGaming, once again bringing you another Amonkhet Remastered draft. So before we jump into that video, make sure to drop us a like, leave a comment, let us know what your ideal pack one, pick one is going to be, and wish us luck. Our rare is Tem Advisor of Naktaman. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature token you control gets +1/+1 until the end of turn and can't be blocked. You can embalm it for 5. Okay. Arwen, Haven, Wing Guide. 4 mana, Flying, Vigilance, and Balm. Creature tokens you control have Flying and Vigilance. So they work fantastically well together. Cryptic Serpent, spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant sorcery. Sliverblade, great card. Oncock Crasher. And then we've got the Doom Dissenter, Camel, Pterodon, Pathmaker, Initiate, Scrapper. The Scrapper's really good. The Scrapper's such a great card. Beneath the Sand, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap to shuffle, Evolving Wilds. You know what, I'm going to take the rare. It's a double card, and probably the Avon Wing Guide is slightly better, but I think we're going to try and take the rare, potentially, if we can build around it, do so. And we'll see where we go. So there's the Gustwalker, which is a great card. The Sentinels, whenever you cycle or discard, it gets +1/+1. Not really in the kind of market for that. Sunscorched Champion. When it enters the battlefield, you gain life equal to its power. So it's a 3 mana 2/3 that gains you 2 life. You can also eternalize it as well. I mean, it seems alright. Nothing too bad there. Was a Featherant Paincaster deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Deals 1 damage to target creature. I mean, is there any untap abilities in the set? The Pitiless Visor. Whenever you cycle or discard, it gains indestructible. Splendid Agony, distribute 2 -1/-1 counter amongst 2 type creatures. It'll be quite good in like the smaller kind of mono red builds. But we're gonna take the Sunscorched Champion again, just see how far we can push it. The Fanbearer was excellent if memory serves, tap creature. The rare is Abandoned Sarcophagus. You may cast spells that have cycling ability from your graveyard. Nice. If it was done this way from anywhere, it was cycled exile instead. Okay. The Visor of Anointed. When it enters the battlefield, you may search for a library for a creature card with Eternalize or Embalm, put that card into the graveyard, and shuffle your library. Now that is really good. When you activate an External's Embalm's ability to draw a card, I mean that works really well with a synergy. We are passing a Resolve and the Fanbearer. I mean, if we are going in on this kind of archetype, we probably should go there. There is a desert there. Well, let's take the Visor there. Okay. And so what do we have? We have Unquenchable Thirst. That doesn't tap. It helps if we have a desert. We have the Oracle. And so if I look at the top 3 cards of your library, put any number of those into the graveyard and the rest back on top of your library in any order. Okay. I mean, that can potentially work well. We want to be putting the ones that have Externalize or Embalm into the graveyard, right? The Illumination, 4 mana, draw 2 cards. I do like drawing cards. Compulsory Arrest, though, is just really, really powerful. It, you can just stick it on the creature. I mean, they do potentially gain a couple of life, but it stops them from attacking or blocking. Which I think in this kind of deck, that's what we want to do. That's the kind of market we're in for. We are passing a Cartouche of Strength there. Okay, so Sacred Cat has Embalm. We are missing a Cartouche of Solidarity. When it enters the battlefield, though, you will create a token. So maybe the token is better than the cat. Gives +1/+1 on first strike. I mean, if we have any flyers, which we will be in the colours for flyers, right? I don't know. It's definitely one of these. I think I'm going to take the Cartouche. I think it's just that little bit better. So there's a crab, which is very annoying to deal with. Gate to the Afterlife. Disposable money. When it enters the battlefield, exile target card from the opponent's graveyard. Again, it's one of these 3 mana 2/3s. I think it's fine. Remember, we are looking to be as low to the ground as possible. Try and be aggro. Whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. It's also got Embalm. There's the Camel, which has lifelink as long as we control a desert. There's a desert. Aerial Guide. When it attacks another target attacking creature, it gains flying until the end of turn. I mean, that's quite nice. That is quite nice. What's better, this or the Camel? I think the flying ability is quite good. Let's go for the Drake. There's so many cards there which I would love to have picked up. Okay, so here I think we do take the desert. It does enter tapped on this one. We can cycle it though. Cycling's actually quite a good ability in this format. So there's a Cryptic Serpent, there's the Sliver Blade, which is nice, but I think we're going to take the Camel now. Lifelink is a good component in this deck. So there's another desert. Seeker of Insight, draw a card, then discard a card. Activate this ability only if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn. Maybe we aren't going to be there. There's a 2, 3 for 3 again, or another desert. We're going to take the 2, 3 for 3. If we cycle or discard, we get a +1/+1. So another flyer. I mean, so we've faced this before, right? We've faced this Shimmer Scale Drake before. And actually, having this 4 toughness, it's a big deal on a flyer. So I'm going to grab it. We get the opportunity here for Quenchable Thirst or the Oracle. I mean, with so much Embalm, I do like it, but yeah, let's try and take it. There's potential there that we should have gone for the kind of the enchantment, but we do already have a compulsory rest. Crab came back around. Okay, Thoughtseize, nice. What do we have here? So we have the Land Desert. Sacrifice it. Player mills 4 cards. Ooh, Magma Spray. It's an awesome pack. Got the White Desert. Creatures you control get +1/+1. I mean, I think having the creatures gain +1/+1 is probably better than a player milling 4 cards, right? I mean, I know it could help us with our Embalm. We don't have that much. I was going to be happy with the Thoughtseize. Let's grab the Shepherd Dunes. And we pass. Up here then. So, Shatterstorm. Protection of the Heckma. If a source an opponent controls would deal damage to you, prevent 1 of that damage. Impeccable Timing deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Is fine. The Sacred Cat, which works well with the synergy. I mean, the cat's not an amazing card by itself. It feels nice to have in this deck. Maybe we take it. Maybe we take it. Okay. So another Impeccable Timing. Soulweaver, Prowess 2. Well, Prowess and Afflict 2. Afflict 2 is quite useful. Winds of Rebuke. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Each player mills 2 cards. I mean, that's probably alright in this deck as we have got Embalm mechanics. But and we're passing a Prowling Sherpard. You know what? I'm going to take the Spellweaver. We haven't got that much to activate the Prowess, but the Afflict 2 is quite nice, and it is a nice little early 2 aggro drop, which I'm kind of in the market for. Unconventional Tactics. Target creature gains +3/+3 and flying until the end of turn. Whenever a zombie enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 white. If you do, return it from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, that is actually quite good. Because with the Embalm, they come back in as zombies as well, right? Okay, just land. Loads of lands. Lots and lots of lands here. Nothing we really take. Probably just take the rare land. Okay. So again, there's another Oracle, which I think might be alright. I mean, again, it's got this 4 toughness, which is a thing. Champion bonus. As it attacks, well, you may exert it as it attacks. When you do, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. I'm gonna take it. I mean, we do have a Scattered Groves. I mean, I'm not saying that's a reason enough to play it. Oh, an Essence Scatter here could be quite nice. Counter target creature spell. That's one counter spell that is playable. Is Pollen not very good? Okay, so we're not really taking any of these, right? Let's just take the Enigma Drake. Okay, sold out to Camel. So the Sliver Blade can't be blocked. I mean, I actually quite favour things that say can't be blocked on them. We will be passing this land though. Let's take the thing that can't be blocked. This just for the uncommons. I mean, we do have a Cartouche of Solidarity which we can add on top of it. That's kind of one thing that's going in our way. The Resolve, or do we just take another desert? Probably just take another desert, right? Interesting. Okay. Mighty Leap is meh at best. Scorched Desert and the Seer of the Last Tomorrow. On Mythic Rare, as foretold, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a counter on it. Once each turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast with converted mana cost X or less, where X is the number of counters. I mean, it seems a bit fiddly. It does seem a little bit fiddly, but for 3 mana, I guess in the late game, it could be awesome. It could be really good for us. Especially if we can get like some sort of card draw. Consign, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, reduce, counter target spell. I mean, I'm going to take it. See if it's playable at all. So, Cryptic Serpent, 1 less to cast for each instant or sorcery in the graveyard. I mean, we haven't got that, right? That's not something we have. Yeah, we're not really on that instant and sorcery train. It's a shame, but then again, when we actually look at what's available, Forsake the Worldly, exile target artifact or enchantment, we're not going to be playing that. Hieroglyphic Illumination. Draw 2 cards. I mean, I think this came around last time. I'm going to take this. Card draw could be quite nice, especially seeing as we've got the As Foretold. So another Visor, quite cool. And a Cycling Serpent, 5/5, 7 mana, expensive though. Let's take the other Visor. It can be a little bit tricky for Oppo to kind of deal with. What else do we have here? So this is the Black Monument. Whenever you cast a creature spell, its opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Not too bad. I can't name. Omnius Sphinx. This could be our top end. Flying. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, target creature and opponent controls gets -2. I mean, 4/4 fly for 5 at the end of the day is pretty strong for us, I guess. There's another one. There is another one. And we've got enough to activate the Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. But another Camel. Let's have a look at what our curve looks like. Okay, so we've got a couple of 5 mana flyers. Probably do take the Camel here, I guess. First. Actually, let's take the other Spellweaver. Take the other Spellweaver. Ooh. So we've got a Labyrinth Guardian when it becomes so it's basically a 2/3 for 2, which is awesome. Or we've got an Even Wing Guide. Creature tokens you control have flying and vigilance. I mean, we'd like both of these cards and a Fan Bearer. Wow. Strategic Planning. Yeah, I mean, we'll take all of these. I think we're gonna go for the Even Wing Guide just because of the kind of Embalm synergy. Visor of Tumbling Sands. You can cycle it. When you cycle it, untap a target permanent. Untap another target permanent. I mean, okay, we'd need something to help that work, right? Oh, wow. Middle of the Harsh Truths. 1/3, afflict 2. Whenever it attacks and isn't blocked, draw a card. I like drawing cards. So many good creatures. Mummy or Ogle. Probably don't play either of those. Okay. Let's grab this. It might be playable. We'll see. Another Desert. Big Cycler. 5 creatures. We've got 19, haven't we? I knew we had a lot. I didn't think we'd had 19 though. Okay, just take the uncommons. Strategic Planning. Okay. Wow. So I think we're definitely wearing the right colours. We had an awful lot of things. Appeal. Until the end of turn, target creature gains trample and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. I mean, that's quite nice. And then Authority, tap up to 2 target creatures your opponent controls. Creatures you control gain vigilance. I mean, this seems a very good card. It's a very good card. Nice little combat trick there as well. I mean, we would have to... It enters tapped, though, which is a problem. We could always cycle it. But I think we've got enough to be going with, maybe? 19 and 7 here. So let's have a quick look what we've got. Solidarity, we've got the Sliverblade. Now, we haven't really got anything other than the Cartouche of Solidarity to kind of pump up the Sliverblade. which is one of the issues. Let's go T-Cree. Okay. So. Enters the battlefield, you gain life and it comes back. That's a flyer. That's nice. Some potential card draw for us. Now, what have we got with cycling? So, the minute that's pretty meh. Untapped target permanent. Okay, have we... What did we say we had that the untap thing? Or did we? Or did we not? Was it? What was it? Maybe we didn't. Maybe I thought I did, but I didn't actually grab it in the end. Okay, so as for Todd, we're going to try. We've got this one's got cycling. The unconventional tactic seems actually really interesting. Like, we use it as a combat trick. We embalm a creature, and then we use it again. Compulsory rest, essence scatter. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into the graveyard. Are we going to be losing too much gas if we take this card? I think we are. So I'm gonna knock it down. Okay. Cartouche of Solidarity, nice. So if I'm knocking, like, I don't know, I feel that because we've got all these deserts, potentially we do play with. Mind you, top curve is 5. Top curve is 5, so maybe we can actually knock down an island. And then maybe one more creature, which... But we're quite aggro at the start, right? We're quite aggro. Sliver Blades, I mean, it might just get through that last bit of damage. It's a weird one. Okay. Is the Visor of the Tumbling Sands worth it? Untap target permanent. We don't really seem to have anything that works with it, right? If you cycle. So maybe we do get rid of this Visor. When you cycle it, untap a permanent. I mean, I do like things that say cycle. It gives us lots of options. But I think the crab might just be slightly better as a kind of a board stall for us, while we're chipping away with this damage and then getting our big flyers down to win the game. Cartouche of Solidarity as well gives first strike. Okay, I'm quite happy with this. I think I'm quite happy with this. Actually, maybe the unconventional tactics works well with the Sliver Blade. Okay, so if we say 5 plains and 7 islands, right? Go and get the nice lands. 5 plains and 7 islands. And I think that's going to be me for the build. So stick around for the games and wish us luck. But before we jump into those games, I just want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to all the love and support that we get on the channel, especially everybody who supports us financially via their subscriptions on twitch.tv and also Patreon. With a notable mention to Jinx, Moongate and Eric, who support us at the credits level. Thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. So check out the links below and see what's on offer behind the scenes via Patreon. And without further ado, wish us luck, cross those fingers, and let's jump into those games. Okay, so game 1, we're against the Alchemist. And we do start off with Temet. And a Sliver Blade as well, nice. I mean, this looks like a Snapkeep to me. Obviously, it's not ideal that this comes in tap, so we are essentially, back a turn we would have been if it was a normal island. But we do have our desert down for the camel. Nice to see. Nice to see. Okay, so let's go for Temet there. We can embalm Temet if it dies early on. So at the beginning of your combat on your turn, target creature token gets +1/+1 and can't be blocked. So what do we go for next? Do we go for the aerial guide or the camel? I mean, whilst Oppo's not gone much down, the camel seems a good shout, right? But if I was to get the aerial guide, essentially that's going to be 4 damage a turn that Oppo needs to start to deal with. Scorched Desert, interesting. Well, let's see if they play a creature or not. Hey, the Archer. Well, that's quite interesting. Alright, let's go for 2. Nice. I think, you know what? I think I'm going to go for the aerial guide. If Oppo doesn't have anything kind of in the immediate, we are going to be getting in for 4 a turn. Oh, wow. Okay. 3 and a bit colours. Whenever you cycle a card, you may pay 1 if you do put a -1/-1 counter on a target creature. I wonder if we've got the synergy going. I wonder if we've got the synergy complete. They've gone to second main phase. Nice. Okay. This cycles, right? Right, so let's go in for the attack. It's a shame we didn't get another mana there. Go for 4. Oppo looks to be looking at their sniper. See what they can do about it. I think Oppo might have some sort of cycling, but they're... I mean, if they did, they'd have done it then, right? Keep the compulsory rest. Play down the camel. This is going to be life gain next turn if we can get it to fly. Oppo looks at the desert. And then cycles there. Not looking to kill the flyer of interest. So it must mean they've got another... must mean they've got another cycle in hand. I mean... This seems the least card of their troubles, right? It needs so much stuff doing to make it work, which I don't have at the minute. So, okay. Next turn, if we don't draw a land, I'm going to cycle this and play the Sliverblade. Quite tense for my opponent. Maybe I should crack open the Solitaire. I mean, then again, this is a new set, remember? So not everybody is kind of fully there with it at the minute, which is fine. Okay. Wow. They really did not like this Temet. Really did not like it at all. Okay, so island down. I think I can attack in here, right? I mean, that's 5 damage. Takes them to 9. I go back up to 20. And then we're going to go for the Visor. So when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with Eternalize or Embalm. Put that card into the graveyard, then shuffle your library. Whenever you activate the Embalm ability, draw a card. Powerful. Powerful. Take action. So we've got 3 here. This requires discarding a card. We can't play this yet. It'd be good to draw. Maybe we should go for the cat. I mean, we get to draw a card if we play this. I mean, that's going to be fantastic, right? Oppo seems to be stuck on 3 mana. They cycle. Put a -1/-1 count on the flyer. They've realised now that perhaps that should have been the target all along. Wait, why was... Oh, they have to pay 1, don't they? Okay. Cool. So we still get to fly in there, right? Here I could just play a couple of things. Nice. Cartouche of Solidarity works well with the Sliverblade. Remember we spoke about that. So what do they have here? So first strike. I mean, we can attack in with these on the ground. They can't do anything. And then still attack in here in the air. Seems good. Seems really good actually. So let's go for it. Let's go for flying with these. Give this flying. So it's 4, 5, 6. They need to do some sort of trade, right? Nice. Things we love to see. I go to 23, and I'm going to play a Sliverblade. Gonna drop the cartouche on it. Okay. Pretty strong. Let's jump into the next game. So, game 2, Colbanth. Looks a similar kind of rating in the ranks to us. Then 1 Sliverblade. Anything with cycle? I mean, Oppo's going first. This just feels... I mean, Oppo goes first, right? So we do have the opportunity to get our 3rd mana. We've got 3 chances in all honesty. And we've got a 1-drop, which can kind of tilt it in our favour. I'm going to keep. It is a very risky keep, so let's see how this pans out. Interested to know in the comment section below whether or not you would have kept. I mean, we do obviously see that 3rd mana now, which if we knew we was going to be drawing that, we would have kept this hand. So, great to see. So, whenever a zombie enters the battlefield, a zombie cleric. Already a zombie. Interesting. You may pay that. So the order of this all depends on whether or not we get another white mana, or a white mana at all. Actually, any mana, right? Because we play this on turn 3 for this, attacking for 4 with flying, doesn't matter. And then if we've got another mana on turn 4, we can play this for 3 blue or 2 blue and a white, and then have this white to get this back. Wow, never punished apparently. Feels bad. Well, feels good, but feels bad for our opponent, right? Let's attack in. Try and get 1. I mean, if they've got... Is it open fire? We've got something. Cycling. Ooh. Okay. 1 mana cyclers are good. Anything from our opponent? If not... Okay. I'm going to try and hit with this. I should probably play the planes down earlier, so it would have done less damage. But that's fine. We live and learn. Now Oppo definitely has some sort of open fire. There we go. We thought they had it previously, but I thought it was 2 mana, not 3. That's fine. This turn we play down the Zealot. That's slightly annoying. 4 damage as well. I mean, is it the crab? Maybe next turn. Maybe next turn. Remember, they have to block this. We can actually give it unconventional tactics, which means that we'll draw a card from it. So things haven't panned out quite as well as we wanted. We did want the Sliverblade alive, but it is good to see that they've used one of their open fires. But in blue-red, there's lots of removal. There's lots of kind of return X target's hand, deal X damage, target creature, or any target actually in this set. Okay, so it looks like Oppo doesn't have their 5th mana, which is quite interesting. Are they just going to want to remove this? Maybe. Maybe. Cycler. I mean, it's a bit of a race if we do. Work hard. Nice. Planes and go. Planes and go. Oppo's winning the race at the minute, but we are getting a Sphinx down, which means that Oppo would have to do something or other with it. I mean, the Ancient Crab is actually quite nice. Prowess 2. Oh, no. Prowess Afflict 2. Okay. Next turn, we've got 6 mana. So we could play this and this. Ooh. Okay. Okay. When it's a battlefield, if you gain life equal to its power. Not bad, blow. Got nothing to cycle, have we? Ah, okay. We can't play the crab and that. But I think we do need to play the crab, right? We do need to play the crab. Essence Scatter. Ooh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. I think they would have Essence Scattered whichever we'd have played first, right? There's their 5th mana. Start activating the Zealot. We've got a block here. I mean, we will be taking 2, but, you know, c'est la vie. Have they got... Okay, that's fine. Buff on Tomorrow is a great card. Instant speed, draw cards. Yeah, it works nice in the Prowess deck, right? Okay, we take 4, go down to 8. We're in trouble. Can bring this back, of course. If we do, that's 4. Right, so let's have a look. We've got what we've got. We've got 7 mana. We can bring this back for 4 and then play this. Gain some life. Although, having said that, this works quite nice. If we bombs, we'd have to block this next turn, right? Is the thing. So do I just double block and keep this alive? Interesting. Interesting. Or do I just embalm the cat? Maybe we do that actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring this. We'll play this in. Play this in. Take action. Excuse me. And I think I'm going to grab the cat. Put that in the graveyard. Bring the cat back. So now we've got a block. Okay. Draw a card, not ideal. But we're going to pay that mana. Nice. I actually forgot about that. I mean, this presents a quite interesting. So if they do attack him with this, and they keep this alive, we're going to double block here, right? Okay. We could give this +3/+3 in flying. Always nice to see. Then we could bring this back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we need to tap this once, right? Let's cast... Oh, no, don't even need that. Let's cast this on the cat. Give the cat flying. Offer the trade. They're not going to take the trade. There's nowhere in the air if they take this trade. Great to see. And then here we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the champion. What? Why would you do that? Oh. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the champion. Discard a card. Land. all the good things. And pay that. Nice. Gain 4 life. This comes in. I mean, Oppo now has the opportunity to cycle. But we do have unconventional tactics, which means we can gain some more life here. We've got a flyer here. Oppo, we've now swung, got ourselves 8 more life. Riddle form. Cool. Is Oppo going in? Scoop. I wasn't expecting a scoop. Okay. Seems good. On to the next game. Okay, so we're against Monga. We are in game 3. And we've pretty much got... I mean, this is a nice 3-drop. We can keep up a 2-drop to potentially put us ahead a little bit more. I think that's fine. Let's go for it. Island... Ass. I mean, Essence Scatter doesn't have to be played realistically. I mean, Essence Scatter is nice when we're on the draw, right? Oppo? Mulligan. It was a tough decision for Oppo there. It's nice this is internalized and not in Balm. Gives us 4 life when it hits the battlefield, so well worth the 4 mana and discarding a card. Oppo, I think in the last game felt like they were just fighting an uphill battle in all honesty. Comes in tapped. Ooh, as for told. Okay, I mean, let's see what they do play on turn 2. If it's something kind of poor, then we might look at Essence Scattering it, but... Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. I mean, to be fair, we are doing a lot of bad damage on the ground. So I am actually gonna Essence Scatter that. They also have a desert, so I know it's not ideal, but yeah, sometimes. Got a counter on it. Let's go for that then. Let's go for that as foretold. That's actually one of the few creatures I would have Essence Scattered there. I mean, obviously they could have some bomb rares, but you can't play around those. Once each turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast with converted mana cost X or less, where X is the number of time counters. Okay. What do we play next? Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put any number of those into the graveyard, the rest at the back of the top of your library in any order. Lighted Bat. Cartouche. Interesting. I mean, what do we do here? Do we go for the visor? Feels like we do. Search library. I mean, 5. We've got 4 mana for definite. I mean, do we just go for a cat and draw? I think we do, right? And then we play the Cartouche of Solidarity on this. Take for 0 mana. 3/5 with a token. Seems good. Remember, this just keeps building up now. It's not like we're removing tokens. Lord of the Accused. Other zombies get +1/+1. Nice. Good little synergy there. We take 3. We do have a flyer. Unconventional Tactics is nice. Okay, so... Let's bring this back. Draw a card. Fantastic to see. Do we go for the unconventional tactics then? I mean, I'm kind of happy to trade. Oh, it actually wouldn't. I actually like this. Let's go for it. Go for it. Put this on a target creature. Although playing it on this is slightly better, right? Because of the life gain. Okay. Let's go to combat. I'm going to attack him with this. Just him. And we'll play the... Do we be mana efficient here? I think we do, right? We're mana efficient. So choose up to 3. So do we need a land? Don't think we need a land. Get another visor. Actually, no, the land's actually quite good. It works with the visor, right? Disposable money, mummy, hunters, the graveyard. Probably get rid of this. This into the graveyard. Oh, these go to the... What? Put a number of the graveyard and the rest back on top of your library in any order. What? Okay. Now look. Yeah, the interface there is a little bit weird, right? Interface is a little bit weird there. Okay, so I'll put this in for 3. Maybe I wasn't giving this card its full potential. Right, so we're going to go for... Oh. We're going to go for this. Play as with as for total mana? I kind of guess we could. Let's go for it. If they can kill this, they can... like, if they can sacrifice this to kill something else, which I think is what it's going to do, right? Then they can put the counter on this. Seems good. Good synergy. If they can't, then... I mean, that's the card I think they've got, right? Is it? Yeah. Seems good. Seems powerful, right? So let's go for... Let's go for an attack. This and this. I mean, getting this out of their hand is pretty good. Okay, seems good. I'm going to play this out. Then we're going to draw 2 cards next turn. Take action. I mean, this feels good, but I think this is the best shout, right? Creature tokens you control are flying and vigilance. 2/3 embalm. Does it trade with this? It does. Okay. So this is by far one of our toughest matches yet. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Full of knowledge. Draw 3 cards. Discard a card. Whenever you play a card, 2 shit comes back to hand. Very good. That's exactly what you want in a Dimir control deck, which is effectively is, right? I mean, the controller's on the ground. All zombies can get menace. I mean, can we get rid of this? Is there a way for us to kill this? I'm not entirely sure what we've got. I don't think we've got any like dead up removal. Interesting. Not exactly what we wanted to see there, right? Let's play this for... Actually, let's... Embalm this. Draw 2 cards. Silverblade's nice. Ah, shame about that. Shame we couldn't have paid for that, but... Gain some life, I think, here. Okay. Then I think we can just attack him with all here, right? Okay. Am I missing something with this card? I wouldn't have blocked this one. I'm gonna say this seems a much better card. I'll put it down to 10. Get a feisty counter down. Probably kill this, right? I mean, if they put a counter on this, I'll 100% double block. Interesting. Okay. Have they got anything else then that can interact with this? Looks like a lot of mana for Oppo. Ooh. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature an opponent controls. I mean, that's a bomb rare. That's an absolute bomb rare. I mean, we don't beat that, right? Yeah. Cool. I mean, I'd probably throw this in the way, right? Bring it back next turn. Sentinels. Oh, discard here. Discard the card. Probably Crab, right? I mean, Crab's a good blocker for this, I guess. Probably this. Draw a card, nice. Pay. Seems good. Mana. I can play this, right? I can play this on... What can I play it on? I mean, that's a decent blocker for this. It's a demon, not a zombie. This seems decent. Let's put it on this. And attack in. 4 damage. Such a good card. Oppo might have actually got the cycling synergy off there. They have a blade. And we pass. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. So just be mindful, I've got no power on the battlefield. Oppo, I think you swing. I'm completely tapped out. I mean, there is the unconventional tactics, which would be troublesome for Oppo, right? There's a little bit of life there. Is there anything that can be done to help us here? No, we go down to exactly lethal, chat. Go down to exactly lethal from Oppo in the air. Nothing we can do. GG's. GG's. Wow. Oh, I'm not even showing us a trick. Cheeky. Very good deck. I mean, we were winning that, I think, up until the bomb ray came out behind us. So, game 4, 2 wins, 1 loss. We are against Alone. A little bit further down the ranks than we are. I mean, this is quite an impactful start, right? I mean, we've got a desert which we can play tapped. I'm gonna keep. I mean, we can always keep this as a cycle. But with all 4 mana that we need, I think it's a keep. Okay. We can also play the yeah, I mean, okay, let's keep. We're gonna play the desert down tapped first. We're gonna go for a turn 2 Spellweaver, and then the turn after. Okay. Turn after we go for a Cartouche and another Spellweaver. Anything from Oppo? Ooh. Okay, in that case then, do we just get raw power down? Back in. I get raw power down. No, I mean it's fine. It's equally mana efficient, right? Oh, it's not though, is it? I'm trying to figure out what's best here. Figure out what's best. I mean, because the turn after, we're going to be going for this, is the thing. And then maybe keep the cartouche a little bit of a trick a little bit later. Okay, let's go for that. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I mean, Oppo has been able to ramp the Prowess and Afflictor a little bit later. I mean, there is always scope for putting the... I love Strength. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, whenever another cartouche enters, okay. Okay. Wow. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, we could just attack in both of this. See what Oppo does. Play this down. That's a zombie. Oh, it's not a zombie, is it, for this one? The wing down? Let's go for it. See what Oppo does. I'm not having any of it. In which case, we have this in the air as a blocker, right? Light annoyance there. Light annoyance. I mean, unless you control at least 3 creatures. Or 3 other creatures, though. 3 other creatures, mind you. Do we just attack in here with this? Then play this down? Give Oppo some options. Okay. Okay. They can create a creature. Cartouche of Strength. Nice. Nice. They play the Cartouche of Strength. What? Ooh. This is, yeah, this is, wow. Okay. I'm gonna go for an attack with the Avon. I probably didn't want any of that. No harsh true. And we're gonna go for this. Got Solidarity. Okay, so Oppo plays this down. Create a beast. If they've got another land in hand, they're gonna be able to attack in. They're not. Interesting. Aerial Guide could be quite good here. I kind of like the Aerial Guide and... Well, mind you, the Cartouche and the Aerial Guide could be quite powerful here, right? This has to be blocked unless if they don't, they draw a card. Let's stick the Cartouche on this. Give this Prowess. Create this with Vigilance. We're going to attack him. I'm giving Oppo some things to think about here, actually, because... Yeah, I was going to say. Afflict 2, Afflict 2. That survives. Oppo's down to 4. And then we play the Aerial Guide. So that this attacks in next turn. I mean, Oppo's in a little bit of trouble here. Remember, they can only make... They needed that last turn. They can make a creature with Vigilance. Ooh. Ooh, we beat a Ketra. Things you love to see. Blue-white tempo. Nice. Okay, so game 5. 3 wins, 1 loss. We're against Steve Bot. Play against Steve Bot quite regularly, actually. And this has got cycling, so I think it's fine, right? Keep. Desert first. Remember, we're going. We're on the play here. Do we go Temet? Ooh. Okay, so here, chat, I'm gonna go Dunes. Play down Temet. Chuck myself. Or ping myself. So 2-2 for 2. Not the best card. Not the best card. And okay, so we can go for a camel. See what Oppo does here first? I mean, playing down this desert might be the best shout, keeping up Essence Scatter and the cycle for this, right? See if Oppo wants to trade. So the minute this card's not that good. Ooh, maybe they don't want to trade. Okay, we'll keep up Essence Scatter and the cycle. I mean, I'd rather use the Essence Scatter just because we have got 4 mana already. We only need 1 more mana to get this down. That pings us. Cool. I'd use Essence Scatter if they had a 3-drop. 2 damage. I mean, I don't really want them to have trample. In all honesty, okay, yeah, okay. So now we're not going to be doing that. We could play this down, embalm, and play this in the next turn. Or do we just get the flyer out? Maybe it's just getting the flyer out, right? We can be mana efficient here, though. Take action. Champion? Champion could be a good shout. But then again, if we are... Actually, no, give us something to do the turn after, right? Yeah, okay. Seems good. Let's attack him with this. Now we've got a block of this, haven't we? Oh, no, we can't. Well, they have to exert it, but is exerting it going to be good? Is exerting it going to be good? I mean, we could bring this back. Depends what we draw, right? All depends what we draw or what we play next. I can see all 3 options. Oppo might be stuck on mana. So the Sunscorched Desert, one of my issues with having this in your deck is that it's colourless. Okay, and it adds colourless mana. So, although you do get that kind of 1 damage in, it can potentially lead to situations like this where if you're playing a 2-colour deck, we don't know if Oppo is... It could be mono green. Exert. Nice. Banter 13. Cartouche of Strength fights this. Interesting they didn't play the Cartouche of Strength first, but okay. Mummy. I mean, the camel seems good here, right? The camel seems good, but just not mana efficient. The reason being is if we're stuck on life, then this gives us a lifelink of the turn after, which we can attack in. I'm going to play that down. I'm actually going to attack him for 2 here. And pass. The disposal mummy is relatively disposable, ironically. Pass. My turn. That worked out fine. Compulsory rest could be good. Compulsory rest, putting a disposal mummy down, attacking him. Maybe let's attack him first. Kind of like this. Okay, let's go for that. I mean, it can buy Oppo a turn, but I would rather put them in a situation like this where they're actually in trouble now, so they have to kind of use this end of their turn, I guess, while they've got mana up, because they can't... Yeah, there we go. It puts them in a really sticky situation, because if they can play something next turn, they'll play it out and they won't be able to gain that life. Scoop. GG's. Good camel. Good Match camel. 6. 4 wins, 1 loss. We're against Alter Ego. And now on the road to Diamond. I mean, this is actually alright. Play the Dunes down. We've got an Eternal. I mean, it is a zombie. No, that's fine. We can play it after that. That's fine. Let's keep. I mean, it's slightly annoying we have to ping ourselves with the desert. But we'll get there. Land. So we're going to go for the Spellweaver first. Then we're going to go for the unconventional tactics. Into the battlefield, each player discards a card, right? I mean, not ideal, but we can do it. As for Told. I'll play the As for Told next. I mean, that's an interesting one. Trial of Zeal is an excellent card. Trial of Zeal is such a good card. I mean, yeah. Let's go for that for Told. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, First Strike Vigilance is good. And if you cycle or discard a card, it gains indestructible. It goes down to 2 mana. Can't attack this turn. So next turn, target a creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Okay. Okay. Are they going to cast this on the mummy, right? Cool. So in that case then, let's go for a... that doesn't work. Doesn't work how I want it to. Play this for free. I mean, I can play this for free next turn, but if I just hit it out now. I mean, that's just sick. It's hard. What do I do? Until your next turn. Okay, so they can't block both of these, right? Yikes. This is a little bit tricky for us now. Ideally, we'd get mana the turn after. Wow. Both of these trials are excellent. I mean, I remember during my pre-release, I was, yeah. I was prioritizing the cartouches. Green's one of my favorite cartouches, must admit. Oh, okay, there's mana. Go to combat. I'm probably attacking him with this, right? Well, I made a mistake then. Nice. Now, Oppo's only got creatures with 2 defense. If they have any, if they start playing cartouches, whoa, you are kidding me. Kidding. I mean, okay. We need to get through before they get their cartouches out, or we are in trouble. Or we are in trouble. Ah, that's not what I want to see. Yeah, man, damn. Combat. Next turn, target creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Activated ability only if the... Yikes. Okay. I think Alter Ego here. They've killed 3 of our creatures. 3 kill spells here, effectively. Yeah. Oppo should probably think about just going in. Deals 3 damage to any target, by the way. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. This doesn't do anything extra, does it? There's no, like, you know... I mean, it's a good card, obviously, but... Now, what we need here is kind of... what do we need? Maybe... Visor of the Anointed? Okay, we're going to try and go for a block here. That was a good block. -1 counter is going there? No, the -1 counter should go there. That's awful play. That's awful play there from Otto, right? Good combat. In a couple of life end of turn. Fantastic. Why did they just stop me from attacking there? Because then they would have untapped on their turn. So they lost a creature. But it doesn't matter now. Doesn't matter now. I mean... Yikes. I have 3 lifelink. Don't mind if I do. Rats. Rats. Sadly, it wasn't meant to be to get that. I mean, yeah. I mean, they can play both of these, right? So they can deal 3 damage to this. Then they can get us to sacrifice a creature, which will be this. Then they can get this not to block. I mean, yeah. This is a excellent deck. Surely this is going 7 wins. Surely. And they're going to have more than 1 cartouche as well. But yeah, just tap it. GG's. Wow. Blown away there. I mean, we beat Oketra and then we come up against that. That's a much better deck. And you can see what I keep saying about how putting together synergies is much better than having just a one-off bomb rare. So game 7, 4 wins, 2 losses. Yeah, it's been a bit rough in the last couple of games. And what do we do here? So this is one of those ones where, like, Oppo goes first. So we've got a very high probability of drawing our 3rd land. But we don't have a turn 2 play, which is a problem for me. So I'm going to... I mean, this is so good. God. I'm going to mulligan. Have to mulligan, sadly. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep. We're going to probably drop down a... We need a double white for this, right? We're going to probably drop down 1 blue and say go. We've got the Spellweaver first into the champion, probably. Look, I got a 1-drop. Fanbearer. Not picking that card is going to come back to haunt me. Now we're kind of tripled up on the plains, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Probably actually should have played the desert, in all honesty. I thought it was the other desert. Yikes, okay. Not the best start. Black-white zombies. Okay. Okay. I mean, all these things do great things, right? This is a good... it's not that good a blocker. Yikes. No attacks. Oppose. I mean, this is the best start you can have, right, in this deck. Like, by the whole format for black-white zombies, this is the best 1, 2, 3 drops you can have, I think. Lord of the Accursed is such an excellent card in Limited, especially if you can build around it quite early doors, get the synergy. I wonder what they pack 1, pick 1s. Hope there's not like a bomb that's going to go. Okay. Ooh, the rest. Okay. I mean, we've got to take it, right? The mummy. No attacks. Yikes. Another one of these, and it's it's GG's. I mean, we can only hope that Oppo might be shot on white mana. We can start to tap things and attack in. We might have to. I mean, this at the minute this blocks this, so yeah. We just take 5 here. 5 here. No attacks. What does this add to their build? Nothing really, I guess. Just a nice little blocker, isn't it? I mean, so for example, I can't really attack him with the camel. There's one there. So they should tap down the camel and attack in. Or not attacking, I guess, but tap down the camel. Interesting. That's a better block, right? This is actually quite interesting because we can now, in my front cycle, attacking with the camel. So I mean, to be fair, no attacks. All they've got to do is play 2 more zombies. Just 2 small zombies and I die. Not this turn, apparently. This is a fantastic. I mean, having a 3/4 for 3 is sensational. So powerful. Cycle. Hmm. I mean, is it just the cat? I mean, I can bring this back, but it doesn't really. I think the cat lets us draw a card, right? Yeah, they tap down the camel. That's GG's then, right? No, it's not. I guess it's not GG's. It depends what they have. So we've got a blocker for the mummy. Ah, no, they all game menace. GG's. What a sad way to end the draft. We were so yeah, we were doing good there. Good game. Jeez. Hmm. We were never really in that one, chat. I mean, there is a world where I keep the cycle. But damn, feels bad. Feels bad. Let's have a look at this deck. So this card was a little meh. We didn't have enough to get it going, but then again, you know, a 2 for 2 for 2, which can come back, which has a little bit of upside sometimes. You know, it is a playable card. Also adds to the kind of gem collection. That even Wing Guide, we never really kind of got it to work. Again, it's a little bit like Temet. I think we was missing a lot more of the kind of token synergies. Might have to look into the cards a little bit more, see if there's any other directions which we could have gone down. I was very happy with getting a couple of the visors, especially because we had the Sacred Cat, which meant it was essentially 1 mana draw card every time, get a creature with lifelink, which was fine. The flyers were okay. I probably could have used the Sphinx's power in terms of the cycling and discard a little bit better. Ancient Crab, it's a great blocker. We only had it once though, I think. And yeah, the Tale of the Harsh Truths, great little card draw engine. As for Told was fine, although I think maybe in Limited it is quite limited in that, you know, if you don't get it down in the early game, you don't really get that value. We was able to cast the cartouche of Solidarity with it a couple of times, but what we really wanted was the blue cartouche for the card draw engine. But other than that, you know, this is a fine deck. Essence Scatter as good as ever in this format, just because of kind of solid counter spells. And the Solitary Camel, it's actually quite a beast. You know, I mean, there's lots of deserts. We were able to pick up 4, so kind of all of the time that the camel is gaining you life. It's just in that last game it kept getting tapped, so we weren't able to make the full use of it. But yeah, no, that's finally Unconventional Tactics, an excellent card in this archetype. You're going to be able to cast this maybe 2 or 3 times a game, and if you can, you're going to win those games. So I'm going to love you and leave you. My name's Dean, I'm from iGaming, and thank you very much. Please remember to drop the video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do so if you enjoy the content, and I will catch you later.